Welcome back to the table, Ring of Contrarians. Last time, after meeting the only other halfling to be known in existence on the continent of Abet, and eating some of the best butter biscuits ever eaten, Vola confronted Dio about the 3 times he pickpocketed her. The party made plans to talk to the members of the Dwarven Council about trading 300,000 gold plus coal and saltpeter for the help of their troops. Birdie and Sifos decided to make things official, and there were trolls in the dungeon. I mean, giants at the gate. After being rudely awoken by catapult shelling, the party rushed to the gate to help defend and take care of some nasty giants and flamethrowers, which did most of the taking care of themselves after a gracefully timed enemies abound spell. Thank you, Dio. They used the bodies of the invaders to block the hole in the gate, and now they prepare for a diplomatic soiree. Take it away, Dio.
I still hurt from that last one.
Which is weird, because I feel perfectly fine.
Yeah, imagine you do. None of y'all got injured.
What are you talking about? I lost the whole 5 hit points.
Was that self-inflicted?
From what?
Successful save.
Oh, yeah. I forgot one of them actually was able to get a hit off on you.
But
yeah, I think it was one of the flamethrowers.
Yeah, both me and David saved, so...
and then Kaine has evasion on top of saving.
So she didn't
get
nothing.
I don't feel as bad now. I had completely forgotten, out of all of that shit, that I was able to hurt you at least a little.
Listen, you hurt us because you took away one of his spell slots.
Yeah,
you hurt my soul because when you said 2 giants came through the door, I about pissed myself.
Then they took care of themselves.
Listen,
that's why you don't hire giants to do Goblin's job.
Yeah, like...
Is it a Frizzlark drop?
My boots got damaged, and you kept us from getting a flawless victory.
We still need to go for that achievement, guys. Yeah. We haven't gotten that one yet.
We haven't gotten that achievement.
Yeah. So
it's just a matter of attacking some random passerby. If they don't fight back, we win.
Some random passerby?
Yes. We're gonna go find a congregation and we're gonna go just fucking beat the shit out of them.
Sorry, I was leaning on the table and I started laughing so hard that the mic started jiggling.
Where we left off, the party had just exited from a kind of a basement door-like area from underneath the square of the Dwarven Capital of Orewell. And one of your first sights was that of a far-off looming silhouette over the southern mountain range of a what you can assume is a very large island floating in the sky. Because what the fuck else could it be? And as the realization of that sinks into your bone, so does the cold, as the air here is far more chilly than where you came from just seconds before. What are y'all gonna do?
I'm gonna pull the scarf out of my pack and put it on.
Yeah, I'm gonna re-equip that worm cloak that I had.
Yeah, I'll put on the warp cloak, but I'm going to nudge Sifos. When we do negotiations, we had nothing to do with that.
Well, of course we didn't.
Right. Of course, we never...
I blame Vola.
Why are we blaming Vola for a floating island?
Listen, she's the one that said we need to save her friend. We need to make sure he lives. And now I'm gonna guarantee he probably took it. Just saying.
Vola just snarls.
Also, you still don't have any shoes.
Huh?
You still don't have any shoes.
Remember, because your feet grew?
She mended my shoes.
She mended your shoes and took them.
She still has them.
Yeah, she wouldn't give them back.
I'm just barefooted. Does that mean I get a minus? Now I just
Sorry,
get a
he
plus.
has hairy feet. He'll be fine.
Yeah. You do feel the cold paved stones under your feet and the slight crunch of bits of ice and salt underneath their toes.
I thought halflings in this world just had to scale feet, like just a miniature, like basically the same thing. Because that's how all the drawings of Dio are. Is that his feet are just to scale? Are they still hairy though? I mean, to be fair, they might be a little big just because.
I mean,
he's not the.
It's up to you, man.
I mean,
That's like your character.
I guess it'd be like what my feet are like.
You only had large feet for a brief moment.
Yeah.
For what the brief
Patreon subscribers get access to Jared's feet.
Listen, I will sell my own sexy feet on the internet when I decide.
You're doing it for the Patreon.
Yeah,
Which I'm doing for the
You have to
paycheck.
do it cosplaying as Dio, though. So
The cosplaying as Dio. It's kind of hard because I'm like
just have like a.
me and Ben are about the same height,
It's fine.
but I'm essentially like the tallest person in this group.
Jared, you're giving away too much information, and they're gonna know what you look like.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and I have to cut all of this.
Yeah, just fill the entire thing with quacks.
So hold on. Quick question.
Here's my social security number.
Hold on. Stop.
Oh God.
What was the name of the halfling?
Write it down again.
I never went back and checked.
Bobbit the Hobbit.
Oh my god. I didn't write it down either because you weren't sure what his name was.
Yeah, I only
We were
mentioned
gonna
it
call him Mo.
briefly.
Mo.
Yeah, we'll just call him Mo. Go back to the point.
No, last week we basically just went insert halfling name here every time that we would have said his name.
Yeah, no, we're gonna go back to the first time his name was mentioned.
Take that soundbite.
Replace it with Mo. And then just use that one soundbite the entire time.
Here, I'll go ahead.
Also, David, leave this in.
All right, so
No, what are y'all up to?
heading into the council room.
I was gonna say, yeah, we're heading straight to the council.
Go straight. Okay. Following Dalinar, he's already started heading his way.
The island. You said it's just a silhouette right now. I guess we can't really make out anything on the island from here.
No,
Any
it
trees or
is.
anything?
It is incredibly far away. It's like seeing a mountain on the horizon.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
So that's okay.
It's like that, but you can see it over the mountain range of the southern. That southern mountain range that y'all came from the Air Genocide Temple.
Gotcha. Well, we don't know if it's the same island yet.
Hi, what island?
Theo, they obviously know it's something.
Hi.
I just not getting into it. Anyway, let's go see the council and move. Everyone, follow center of town.
Okay.
As the party follows Dalinar, you cross through the market square and find a business is quite a bit more dead than the last times you have been here. Even the times when the Hearth Mothers were quite assholery. As y'all follow Dalinar across through the square, you notice that this central market is not as busy as it has been in the days past. There are people still coming out and buying necessary things that they need for everyday life, but you see some of the more like luxury shops that you'd seen before not having as much patronage as it did. In fact, the streets themselves seem to be quite a bit more empty than they have been.
Aye, these streets are deader than Frederick is.
Who's Frederick?
Oh, yeah, you weren't there. He was, he was someone we lost in the rift. Aye, the older members of the group would remember.
Inside check. I think he's bullshit.
Go ahead.
You were there as Uthal.
Yeah, I know.
But Cyphos
He
wasn't.
wanted a
Cyphos
piece
wasn't?
of his ass.
He just thinks you're fucking crazy and talking nonsense.
7.
8.
Is that your insight?
He's telling the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, how many people have y'all lost?
I only won. I don't know if you count Genro as lost. but not really one of us, huh? He's fought next to us, but
Listen, that's... I was about to say, it's a little neither here nor there for General to be a piece of shit somewhere else. So,
Eventually, you make your way to Thunder Tower, the base of which is now the council's headquarters. You walk up, and through the front doors, you find the inside quite a bit busier than the streets were. There are people moving from one place to another, brusquely and with haste, as it looks like they are trying to get some information here and there. Lots of papers flying just about all over the place.
oh, well, Dalinar, do you know where we can go?
Huh? Oh, yeah, yes. Yes, do you want me to just give you directions, or do you want me to lead you there?
I would say lead us.
Hi.
Probably for the best. If I gave you directions, I'd have to write them down. You will never get there in time. So, let's go.
hi. We're not getting any younger.
And
Maybe.
it's yet to be seen. So,
Is it going to be another 20 years?
what y'all don't know is that time's actually been moving in reverse. Y'all start making your way through the busy work that is this area. People behind queues and tills. Tills is the word I'm looking for. You can hear talk coming between some people as they hit one desk to another, and they are asking about something. And a few of these people sitting at a desk, you can see a half dome sphere that they're touching, and you can see a slight glow coming off of one. You can hear them saying, yes, as you're passing by, yes, they've reached underneath the island, and then you pass by as you keep walking, eventually making it down a hallway, and down another, and another, and another, until you finally reach the end where there are double doors and two dwarven guards standing at full attention with some odd devices that you have not seen before. They are cylindrical tubes with bits of wood cased around them, and a bit of wood that continues past the metal tube itself. And both dwarves are holding the wooden haft of the weapon like underneath, keeping the metal tube on their shoulder as they see you approaching. They take notice of Dalinar himself, and their attention is solely focused on him as he approaches the two guards.
I'm going to assume those are some new type of club. Because it's blunted on one end and it's got a good swing on it.
So, I have come here with some people who wish to speak with the council on the dwarves' behalf. They are wishing to... What were you wanting to do exactly?
We are hoping to conscript some of the Dwarven army to help us fend off a siege happening in
Alcier.
Alcier.
Oh, did you already come here to do that?
We
No.
have not.
Right, no, you weren't here. Never.
Are all wizards like this?
I thank you very much. I am not a wizard.
Arcanist.
I'm an artificer and proud of it.
Bad class.
So,
Sorry.
as he turns back around and looks at the guards, he's like, as you see, they're here to conscript. He looks back over at Dio.
I conscript?
Conscript some soldiers for the war overseas. That has...
Not overseas. In the desert.
over the mountains.
There you go.
There we go.
It's fine. There's a teleportation circle. It's not like it takes more than 5 seconds to get there anymore.
Yeah. Potatoes, what? Yes. And one of the guards is just like staring at him. The other one's like looking between Dalinar and y'all. And eventually he knocks on the door with one fist. The door cracks open and you can see him lean over and speak with someone rather softly.
If it helps, you can tell them we're old friends.
And he looks up at you, and then you see him come down and say something again. Leifin, give me a weapon check.
I was like, well, Brady, let's see you.
My perception's nothing to laugh at, Jonathan. Just give me a chance. I know I'm not tall enough, but please give me a chance.
Dude, you are nut level to everybody. I mean,
Not everybody. Jesus Christ.
That's 11 plus 7, so 18.
Oof.
Plus 7. That's cute.
Whenever he bends over and speaks to whoever's on the other side of the door, you can hear him say, "And make sure they know that these people are claiming to be friends of the council. Yes, I know. Yeah. They look a little crazy, but they're with Dalinar." And he
I'm fucking up.
leans back up and looks at everyone and is just stone-faced, staring at all of you.
Was that his last name? Love dwarves.
It's not. His last name's actually Grasscutter. Fuck those elves.
For Japanese?
What?
What?
Are you not familiar with Grasscutter?
Nope.
Yeah, that's a famous Japanese. How do you not know what Grasscutter is?
I'm just like, wait.
It was very random. That's what it sounded like. All of a sudden, you're like, "Are they Japanese?" It's just so out of the blue. It was so funny.
It makes sense if you know what Grasscutter is.
Well, yeah, but I'm ignorant. I don't know shit.
No shit. You know how Orochimaru exists in Naruto? Well, there's supposed to be a sword in his ass. And
What is he talking about? What's a Naruto?
It's a Naruto. I'm sorry, Baruto's dad?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there you go, sorry.
I was like, I heard Orochimaru, but I was like, who the fuck
What
is
is that? But Baruto's dad, now you got it right. Like, they should really make a series about him. Anyway.
Sorry.
So,
All of my old Taku parts are in pain right now.
Bitch, I referenced Grasscutter. Give me some cred.
there is, he's stone-faced, just staring at y'all. And it takes about a good 6-7 minutes. And somebody comes back, door slightly opens, and the guard leans down, speaks with them, comes back up and looks at you and says, "Well, it looks like the council might have a brief time to speak with you, but we are incredibly busy at the moment. So if you can make this as fast as possible," as he begins to open up the door.
Cephas kind of starts rushing in. Oh, well, sorry. Thank you.
As you try to rush in, he's like, "I will make sure to lead you there," and proceeds briskly down the hall in front of you.
I will step on him. I whispered to myself.
Yeah, and I whisper in your ear, probably not the best idea.
Breathe.
I don't like the way you treat short people. We have rights too.
Come on, Dio.
Listen, when you can read it from up here, then I'll give it to you.
Bitch, not even the elf could do that. You're 7 foot tall. It's like LeBron James being like, if you could read this, none of us in here are going to be able to read that shit.
That's funny.
Even the elf can't do it. I'm a wood elf, dude. I'm not that tall.
Yeah, exactly. Vola would be the only one that could see that shit.
Exactly.
And Kaine.
Exactly.
Man, you a racist, and this is bad. This is
Y'all short.
There's a lot of stuff in this episode's getting cut.
Oh, 100%.
No, David, let everyone know that Cythos is a racist.
If they haven't picked it up
He's
by
a
now,
dragonborn. They're highly xenophobic.
if they haven't picked it up by now,
It's like, now I gotta cut
Hey,
it.
grass cutter.
Okay.
Reference.
Sorry.
Call me content cutter.
Content cutter.
David,
Like,
content cutter.
I'm hoping you're putting all this content into like a compilation of shit that got cut.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. Good?
Alright, yeah.
Everybody? Okay.
Birdie kind of reaches back behind her and kind of like gently holds on to like the edge of Kaine's sleeve to kind of lead her forward because she looks back and assumes that Kaine is actually not paying attention. I believe there's manga out in her hands. Are you actually reading while walking, Kaine? Is that a thing?
No, she's daydreaming about manga though.
Oh, I see. Did you finish your whole collection already?
No, not yet. Soon.
Got some time left.
Birdie is leading Kaine forward.
Alright. So, as you follow behind this dwarf who's moving at a decent clip down the hallway, one of those, like, he's
Not
5
like
foot.
walking.
Yeah, he's 5 foot. It looks like he's walking, but it's one of those fast walks that you're, like, almost at a point where some of you are at the point where you're, like, almost having to, like, fake jog.
Some of you.
Fake jog.
Walking
Some of
speed
you.
is like the second highest in the group. Why are you moving so slow, Dio?
You still got short legs.
Still got short legs. I still got a walking speed of 35.
No.
Yeah.
So,
Slow motherfuckers.
as he moves further along, you reach another double door. This has pretty much just been one long hallway.
Is this familiar at all? Because we've met with the council before. Is this a new building?
This is a new building.
Okay.
They relocated after Thunder Tower had been fully constructed.
Got it. Because they built Thunder Tower on top of what used to be the council hall, right? Because they used to be in the center.
Really close.
Okay.
Yeah, the council hall they had was deconstructed. Parts were used for shit. So, as they come up to the door, the guard knocks on it, and you see another guard open up the door fully for you. He walks in, and you follow suit. As you enter the chamber, you look around and you see some familiar faces. All of the council that you had met and one that you had previously saved. And actually you see another face that looks kind of familiar. But you're looking at him and you're like, who's...
It's that fucking dwarf.
Anybody give me a history check.
Okay.
Anybody?
Anybody that's... Y'all all met this person, but...
Well, then,
It was
and Birdie
kinda
doesn't have to roll them. You can remember.
Oh, for fucking sake.
Keen
more
minded.
than... No, it hasn't been more than a few months yet.
I fucking knew it. It's that fucking dwarf from the bar. Don't even.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Shad.
So...
I thought it was going to be the guy who hated Dio and swore vengeance upon him.
You know what's funny? If it is him, Dio's totally fucking forgot him. I rolled a 4.
Forgot your nemesis.
This happened like a month ago. You got me sent to prison.
It's like,
I want
know
him
who you
hanged.
are.
Yeah. I mean, I rolled an 18 anyway, but Birdie would already know
Yeah,
this.
no,
so
you-
she wouldn't.
It hasn't been how long is your memory good for? It's like a few.
Wow, keen mind is
4
good for a
months.
while.
was
Yeah.
a month, right?
Let me double check.
It hasn't been that, even though y'all have been away for fucking 20 years.
I don't know why their video essays telling me that this is a bad feat. It's been coming in handy so well, so many times.
A lot of those things.
Yeah, I can accurately recall anything I've seen or heard within the past month.
Past month? Okay, so I would require you to do the roll because it's just been. It's like
It's
just
been
a little.
Yeah,
over
but I would have a better chance of recalling
Yeah,
because I
18 still. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, whenever people are talking about like certain abilities and feats, they're white rooming them, as in, oh, this is what they're not like campaign specific.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like, oh, if you're taking this feat, you're kind of, for those power gamers, are like, you're not optimizing your character because you're not taking ability points, or you're not taking a feat that can help you like in this kind of situation. Like
Keen Mind is so good for RP anything.
Yes.
100%.
I love Keen Mind.
Is like really good for
RP heavy campaigns like this.
Yes.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. The council is filled with quite a few people that you remember. Let's see. Dio, what did you roll?
4.
Yeah, you don't remember him. Birdie,
18.
18. Don't remember.
30-20.
So, oops. Got it. Leofin.
Yeah, I got a 10.
It's fuzzy.
He's an elf. He's not proficient in Dwarven history.
Yeah. Kaine, were you even attempting, or are you still daydreaming?
A little bit of both, because she got a nat 20 -1.
Okay. So it's a scenario you got in mind. And Vola?
She got a 9, I believe. Yeah, she got a 9.
Yeah, she doesn't really remember him either. She was kind of busy during that time anyway, creating food and water for everyone. Because this is the dwarf that you had met down in that last city before you ran into the Beholder.
Oh shit!
Where that mansion was? With
Yes,
all the- yeah.
with the mansion and all the people, the guy that seemed in charge of trying to keep these people safe. Everybody around him was calling him Esta.
Esta?
Esta.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, I actually wrote down his name.
Oh, yeah, I
Because that was
busy
the
playing
same
music.
episode that
Yeah.
Sifos scuttled off to go destroy a chair in peace and quiet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Vola helped you with that.
Peace and quiet.
No, seriously, she cast silence.
Yeah.
And you were able to just beat the shit out of the chair, at least in silence.
Yeah.
Anyway, do we remember his surname?
His surname. No one ever said his surname.
I was going to say, we never got it.
They
did we?
just anyone who ever mentioned him only ever referred to him as Esta.
Okay.
And as you walk in, those that remember him see him sitting at the far end of the table of the circular. They're kind of like stands almost where they sit, and this is somewhat similar to the one that you had seen before, except for this one seems a little more grandiose as it is.
They've
now
upgraded.
Yeah, it's all made out of marble and stone, and it's just really nice. Instead of just wood pew-like locations like they had in their previous office, this one they've went all the fuck out because they can afford to now.
The council will decide your fate.
Yeah, and they are all staring at you. Every one of them, almost every one of them, having a bit of recognition show up in their eyes. It's like a little spark as they see a group of people who they were sure that was dead walk back into their office. The ones that fucking killed the Beholder. I forgot how to run it properly. But
It happens.
yeah,
Hey, party people.
and
Birdie does kind of like the polite like half bow. It is an honor to see you all again. Ingot Shield, Leadcoat, Mainborn, Forge Finger,
Hi, we don't die that easily.
Esta?
and you see Esta look over. And, do I? Oh, right. As he like takes a look at the entire group really closely. I do remember you all. You are the ones that came down into the mountain and saved me and my people.
You've come a long way since defending an old, decrepit mansion.
Yes. What can I say? It's been a story of rags to riches, really. Well, rags to responsibility. But what can I say?
Preaching to the choir.
Yeah. And one of the other...
Dio leans in, gets Cyphos to lean closer. Responsibility? Bitch, you spent all our money.
I meant the richest part, not the responsibility.
As one of the council looks over, you... Oh, of course. Of course, I forgot that you were originally down there. That's... Sorry.
Said one of the council, which one?
One of the council was Mainborn.
Okay.
I completely forgot that's where you first earned some of your name.
Aye, some time has passed.
Yes.
A few days, I think.
Aye,
Just a
No.
couple of deaths.
Right. Well,
Grossly overpopulated. The story is way overblown. As clearly, we're not dead.
Not
But
yet.
it's nice to see you again, friends.
yes. We were told that you were here on the behalf of Alcier.
That is correct.
Aye, we heard you wouldn't give any troops, so we came with an offering and hoping we could perhaps, by the good council's wise decisions, be paid back for a favor.
And as you finish, Shield looks up and looks at you. Well, I would greatly be able to, I would gladly help all of you with a favor, but there is a bit problem of the island floating over our mother mountain down there. And we've already sent a good sizable chunk of our army to go scout out the area. And there is another large sizable portion of our army already on the sea trying to deal with the orcs that were going through the peninsula, or the Gulf, to reach their former homeland. So we are not left with a whole lot of forces to be able to give up.
Aye, and we're looking to compensate you for that, but we're hoping for at least something.
What about mercenaries?
As Leadcoat looks up at you, the mercenaries were mostly those that you've Alcier's purchased already. Most of the mercenary bands are actually holed up down in Stonewall. Ease of purchase out of the cabin. They can go. They've a few guilds set up there because they can either head inland or head out to sea rather quickly. Either way. Something like that.
Aye, but do you not have anything for in reserve, or could you call anyone back? Perhaps. We're quite in a tight spot.
I could try to see if we could call some back, but it would take time.
Are you all still in contact with the elves at all?
As Mainborn looks over in your direction. Yes, we are. We still have some diplomatic ties with the elves. Things have been far better since the last time you were here. We've actually grown a little more in trade between the two of us.
If we sweeten the deal that Alcier originally made for the 30,000 with some more saltpeter and charcoal for Forgefinger and her crafters.
See her head pop up a little bit.
What would you say to being our go-between for the city of Alcier to have the Elven capital? That would mean having to let through troops into the Dwarven capital from the forest to the teleportation circle and back. Do you think your diplomatic ties are strong enough that that would be a reasonable request?
To have a full-on army come into our capital, our main city of trade, not only into our center, but underneath our center, down into that portal room that looks over at Dalinar that you constructed. That might be pushing it a little far.
Aye, but if the orcs take Alcier, that would mean they'd have another base of operation to attack your capital.
This is true.
And more orcs is probably going to be bad for your
It won't just be orcs. It'll be Fire Genasi. It'll be Dragonborn. And if they if they get through the mountains, either up through the pass or down here, they'd be going through the woods next. The elves aren't completely safe in their woods.
Aye, they'd also bring giants, but
those are always nasty fun.
You see the council just being silent as they look towards each other. Forge Finger, one of the first to speak up. We could use some of that saltpeter and coal. We did have a large portion of our stocks get blown away in that attack hitting the tower. So I wouldn't mind if a few elves came in and actually came down into the portal, and if it means that we can start production on our gunpowder for a lot faster.
Birdie kind of sideways looks at Leofin, and she does the one raised eyebrow at him.
Yes.
The problem I have with I don't have a problem with getting in touch with the elves about helping. I have a problem about letting them march through the city. And he looks over at Dalinar's. Is there any way we could reconstruct your portal elsewhere? Maybe on the outskirts of the city. Or on the other side of Stonewall. Have the army be able to station there and then teleport straight to Alcier. And Dalinar looks over. I don't see why not. I've already moved it once. And fairly movable. It's just going to take a little calibration. Have to triangulate the distance from here to there and make sure that everything teleports in correctly.
Do you know
pieces being here and there.
Timetable.
How long that will take?
Timetable. A day and a half.
Aye, that's not bad.
It could be a lot worse.
It could be a lot worse.
If we can get it closer to a day, would you need our help?
A day and a half is probably the best we could hope for, because it's still gonna leave time. We still need to leave time for the elves to respond and to prepare to send their troops through.
Exactly.
Aye, which means we'll probably need to talk to them immediately, if there's a way.
No, we do have a handy little box that was left with us that allows for communication.
The instant messenger.
Yeah,
I
we
always keep
figured
forgetting about those.
we figured out a way to really make one of our own, thanks to Dalinar over there, and we've have a one over in the Elven Capital for any quick messages that need to be sent. We could have it sent over there right away.
Will the council perhaps take our request then?
There's a chance.
What else would you want from us? Exactly.
How about, and the Mainborn looks at y'all. How about you? How much saltpeter and coal did you say you brought?
We have 1,500 pounds of saltpeter and 1,000 pounds of coal.
Okay. So, we'll say we take the coal, saltpeter, forward your message, and whatever funds that you brought for hiring our army go toward hiring the Elven army.
That works.
I don't think we're going to find a better deal than that.
Alright. Sounds like a good idea to me. Free State, is there anything else that you want to be able to add to this? You've been rather quiet this entire time. As the one that you had known as Esta looks over.
Yeah.
Well, there's not really a whole lot for the Council of Law to be doing in these situations. I'm gonna be honest with all of you. I've been feeling at a loss. We got defense, we got trade, we got crafting and warriors and all that, but I just write laws over here.
Diplomatic relations fall under laws, don't they?
Well, that's more of a trade, though.
Is
But
it?
International law.
International. And you see him like rub at his beard. He's like, you know what? International law. That sounds good. So, I'll. In fact, if they have any contracts that they're wanting signed, I'll take a look at them for you. Make sure you're not getting gypped out of anything.
It's a joke.
Same.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Nope. I'm not even gonna roll for that.
I know what it is. He's a fucking thief mastermind. It's not gonna work. If we roll 20, he's gonna be like, as far as you know, he's telling the truth because he can do that with his mind. Yeah, I rolled a 19.
As far as you know, he's
I fucking knew it! He's a fucking mastermind! Yeah, it's a mastermind.
So,
I trust you completely.
he looks at y'all straight-faced and tells you, you know, if they have any contracts that they're wanting signed for the use of their army, I'll take a look at them for you. Otherwise, I'm kind of just sitting on my hands right now. And Inget Shield looks at everyone. Alright, so we have a idea of what we're doing now. Do you have a place that you're staying in town, or are you going back to Alcier?
I'm thinking it's best we go back to Alcier.
Aye.
If Dalinar needs our help to move the portal, or if we can be any help here, we can stay, but...
Dalinar looks at you. Are any of you really good with arcane,
Nope.
Magic-y wagicky stuff's not really my thing.
I get mine from a demon.
I'm a bard.
calculations,
I'm a bard, and that's a cleric and a druid.
math?
I think
I'm
you're
alright with mathematics.
we could send Patrick through. Perhaps he'd help.
If there's somebody else that can activate the portal on our side.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Has Patrick been doing all of the portal thing?
None of us are
Yeah.
smart enough to do
Yeah.
that.
He must be exhausting.
He's not really good at delegating.
Or teach you.
Oh, you really should go and inform some of the mages on the other side that any mage can charge the crystal. He doesn't have to be the one that's doing all the charging. It's not healthy, really.
Hi, do you need us to send some mages through to the other side?
Alcier?
No, to over here.
Over here? No, we have plenty of mages.
All right, we'll get to conscripting some on our side then. We should probably get going though, right now.
Would you tell Leofin what skills they need to specifically have?
Yes,
Yeah, that would be good to know.
essentially, and he, like,
Kind of pulls Leo from the side.
he pulls you aside and he, like, pats himself down, looking for something, and he pulls out a small crystal from his back pocket, and he holds it to you, and he's like, so, there's going to be a charging crystal that is located within the handle of the portal circle. The one you probably saw him flip earlier.
Alright.
All one has to do is focus their mana into the crystal. And he like puts it into your hand. It's like, think about like, is there a spell that you really like casting?
Well,
I've got one I can think of.
I like using a wild shape.
How about more of a something that anyone besides one of
Magic missile.
druid fellows can do?
How
Magic
about Eldritch Blast?
Let's try, well, there's Ice Knife.
Ice knife. Yes, that should be fine.
It kills everything.
Hold this in your hand and think about casting ice knife. Draw the magic into your being, and then before even the idea of throwing it out into the world crosses your mind, push it into the crystal.
Does Birdie hear him say the word ice knife?
You might. Yeah,
From where he pulled him aside?
a couple of you here, Leofin mentioned ice knife.
Instant chills down my spine. It's like,
And as he's describing this, are you going to attempt to do so?
Sure, let's give this a shot.
Okay.
you explode and everyone dies.
As you think about ice knife, you bring the different components of the spell, the gesture on. You don't even bring the gesture or say the words. You feel the magic build within you as normal when you're beginning to cast a spell. And then instead of using the somatic, the vocal, or any material components that you are required for a spell, you focus that buildup of energy inside you and direct it straight towards the crystal. And it easily flows into it. You feel the energy leave your body, down your arm, and into the crystal itself. And it's an odd feeling that one could say maybe uncomfortable just for the sheer strangeness of it. And you see the crystal itself glow slightly, and it keeps this slight radiance completely steady. It's like,
Oh, well, that wasn't too bad.
yes. Just like your father, quick study, but yes, the spell is not held within this, but the energy for the spell it's a lot like storing energy away for another time.
Right.
The spell for teleportation is rather costly. It takes quite a bit more energy than even this one spell could handle. So it requires a lot out of a person. That's why I was surprised to hear that your father's been doing all of it from what I've been told. Or from
Right,
what you've said.
Yes, I don't think we were aware that crystals needed charging in order to operate the teleporter.
Yes. Just make sure that some other people know that and they take shifts for it, because we don't want him burning himself out. Could completely ruin his ability to cast at all. So, make sure that doesn't happen.
Wait, what? Never mind. I'll ask another time.
So
Right. Well, we'll be sure to inform them what they need to do.
good. Now, do you remember your way back? Do I have to lead you out? Do I have to show you a map?
Actually, I think one of us might be able to get us back.
Okay, good.
Hi, she's very good at it.
I really need to get to work on relocating the portal. So you can find your way back down to the portal room itself. You have enough people to be able to charge it. So go ahead and pop back over to Alcier and doors open. Don't knock it. Nobody can find their way down there.
Fair enough. All right.
Alrighty.
Let's get out of
Thank you.
here.
Of course. And he already starting to walk out the door, and you can hear him like saying calculations under his breath.
Does anybody have anything else they want to do with the council?
No.
No. I'm asking out of character, just so we
No,
don't
no.
move on without
No.
somebody getting to do something that they want to do.
No.
No.
Talco's just thanks, council.
Just a statue to my honor.
Yeah, we do leave the bags. We leave the gold. Being like.
Yeah, because a couple of us are carrying it. We just spread it out over the.
And the two dwarves that were been carrying these fucking crates, this fucking crate of gold for you,
Yep.
Jelly arms, just
drops it down, and you can see like one of them rolling their shoulders like, God damn it, it took for fucking ever.
I know, but no time to dilly dally. Time to leave.
Of course. And the council itself. Okay, we'll inform you if when we get word back from the elves. We'll have someone sent to you, and we'll hold the funds for your hiring of their army here, if you don't mind.
That's fine. Thank you all very much.
I'm just glad we don't have to go to the Elven capital because
We're not
can't.
allowed. That's why I was like, make them our go-betweens.
yeah.
I was kind of hoping down.
But,
Like, no, y'all have to go.
But don't tell them that they have to be our go-betweens because of what we did.
Nope. I didn't say anything.
Yeah,
about
we're just
that.
gonna keep those details out.
Yeah. Well, a lot of details from the council.
Actually, it was more the Prime's fault, but it's another.
They're gonna bring up the fact that it was us, and then it's gonna.
No, they're gonna say it was diplomats from Alcier.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They don't have any reason to mention our names.
No, they're gonna mention some halfling. They're like, wait a minute.
He is one of only
halflings on the
three.
continent. It's gotta be one of them.
Hold on, zoom and enhance.
There's one that moves around free, nimbly bimbly all over the place, tree striding. There's one that's fucking old as dirt over in Alcier.
And there's one
There's
that
someone
wishes
can't
he.
stop singing.
There's one that wishes he was naked right now because he itches everywhere.
And there was one who fucking flew around and assaulted our guards in the capital.
I never assaulted them.
But that one's dead, so it doesn't matter.
It might be good that that particular group still thinks we're dead, because the only elves that needed to know we're still alive are the ones that are attached to.
I mean, if they think we're dead, excellent. That means we can come back into the capital. It's like, listen, you declare us dead.
We are all their children.
We're
They didn't
I am
ban our kids.
Cyphos Jr.
we're sovereign citizens now.
Yeah, I am
This is my sister
Dio.
Birdie Jr.
I'm Dio's brother, Bio. I didn't smell that great.
Wah,
I
wah.
learned what a shower was,
Eventually.
and then I didn't take it again.
Oh my
Okay.
god. So, y'all head back to Alcier?
Yes.
Yeah. Quick as shit.
Okay.
Yeah, we let Birdie take us there.
Speedy Gonzalez.
So, rushing back to Alcier, you make your way back through the... Yes.
Before we rush off to Alcier, like as we're walking, Birdie is gonna be like writing a little note, and she's gonna fold it up and then write a name on it, and then she's gonna pass it off to one of the guards that she passes, and ask that it be delivered to Tyrion.
Okay.
He's dead.
We just saw him
just saw
less than 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
What a tweet.
So,
What the tweetist?
He's been dead the whole time.
He's been dead for 10 years.
He's been dead for 10 years, Marty.
So, yeah, on your way out, you pass over a note signed to Tyrion.
Mm-hmm.
The guard looks at it and looks at you and, like, just wants to see the council, so I might send this. You continue straight through town, through the central market that, again, feels not as busy, especially coming out of Thunder Tower, with people rushing here and there, and you hearing a couple more bits of information about people who have reached the area under the tower. In fact, with a passive of, like, I think 17 now, you hear snippets of people, units of people under the what is in fact a pearlescent like island. Is just about all they can see from where they are. It almost looks like pearls melted together.
Oh boy.
And the area has quite a few. Did you hear trolls? Goblins? You hear a few people mentioning different monsters, and as you continue forward, you exit out into the city and then down into the underneaths to the portal road. What's the highest spell you can cast right now, Luca?
Highest level?
The highest level is 5th.
5th? Okay. So, you can put in 1/5 and 1 second level spell. Or 1/5, 1/5 and 1 second level spell to the crystal to be able to cast teleport. You know, or you can split that amongst everybody here.
So, about charging this portal.
What's wrong?
Well, we're gonna need a significant amount of power in order to activate it. Did we want to divide that amongst our spell users, or do you just want me to handle it?
I can throw it in there.
I can give you something.
Sidehouse doesn't have a choice. He can only use their highest level.
Technically, I can use one for. Thanks to the staff, I can use one at 6th level.
Right. I think the DM said we needed a.
Oh, that's through the
level-
staff. I figured, yeah. I was just like, you know what?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, but I can give you a spell.
What are you spelling?
Your death scissor.
Right. Well, Cyphos, I guess I'll show you how to channel magic into this crystal real quick, and I'll repeat the same demonstration that Dalinar gave me.
Okay.
Cyphos.
I mean, you can show all of us at once. But...
No, fuck you.
All right, everybody. Yeah.
Alright, everyone.
I'll do it in front of everybody. I'll give a PowerPoint presentation on it.
No.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
All of it goes right over Birdie's head.
She's like, that's neat.
Peace out.
I'm assuming that Birdie and Kaine are not listening.
Yeah.
And so that's all there is to it. You just focus on the crystal as you're about to cast the spell, and before you do, it should flow into the crystal.
So a focusing stone, essentially.
Doesn't sound so hard.
Okay.
No, it was pretty simple.
Okay. So, Cyphos, you're pumping in some magic.
Yeah.
What level? 5th?
5th.
Yeah. So, of course.
You know, I'm gonna try a second level one. Hang on. Nope, too much.
Oh god, too much!
Exploded.
Please let me go! Yeah.
I'll just give a second level spell.
Second level spell?
Yeah. I guess calm emotions.
Yeah.
Or is that?
It just a second level spell slot. You don't have to choose a spell exactly.
Oh, okay, fuck.
It just uses a spell slot.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's good. It's charged.
Yeah. As you both let your magic flow into the crystal, you kind of get what Leofin was explaining. You get that weird feeling of magic not being cast from you, but drained from you.
This doesn't feel right.
Yeah, it's really off-putting, to be certain.
When I cast fireball, everything needs to explode. This is not right. I am furious.
Yeah, it's a strange feeling.
But you do see the handle. At either end of the handle, there is a stone that is glowing rather brightly now. And as you step over into the portal, Leofin, you realize that you're going to have to maneuver the handle to face towards the portal. And,
This is where he stands inside it.
because everybody that's flipped this thing has always been on the other side, or standing outside the portal.
Wait, so the handle has to be inside the portal while we pull it?
If you want to be in the portal.
Yeah, but will that teleport the handle?
Yeah, how are they supposed to teleport other people if they don't have the handle?
They don't need a handle. They got Dalinar. He can make a new one.
Do they have another handle?
There's
If the
gotta be
handle is
other
just a
people
piece of
here.
wood, fine.
And
Once
yeah.
the crystal's charged, it doesn't matter who pulls it as long as it gets pulled.
Well, they're hoping that we don't take the handle. We need the handle.
It's fine. I pulled a handle.
Yeah, fuck it. Fuck it.
As y'all are just kind of like talking about this, it's like, it should be fine. You yank the handle down, and you're instantly back in Alcier. And your hand is still full. You look down. You are indeed holding the handle still.
God.
Good job, Leofin. You took the
You
handle.
look, you look at it,
no.
and it's just a handle with two of the two sides that, or the two bits that were connecting it to the rest of the portal device, just cleanly sheared off. As you're looking
This
at
is just a wooden handle, though, right?
yeah, it's mostly just a wooden handle. It
Okay.
looks like a wooden handle that is holding one of those crystals inside of it.
Oh.
This is why I figured we needed another person. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine.
Send it back.
I mean-
Send it back now.
We can. We don't have time.
Who's in this room right now?
I mean, we could recharge the crystal real quick and then flick the handle on this end.
We have the handle that we have the crystal that's in the handle, and then the crystal that he gave us to demonstrate. So we have two crystals, right?
No, he kept that crystal.
Yeah, the demo one he kept.
Oh, okay.
Demo one he kept. You did take the portal handle crystal, and then you have y'all's portal handle crystal.
Guys,
It's
this
attached
problem,
to the portal.
this problem can solve itself. We'll just find some mages inside the city and they'll sort it out.
Send it back.
Aye, we're doing that. Can you fucking wait a minute and let us go get some mages? I don't know why we needed to right this second.
Yeah, there are mostly as you get back in here, you do see a few mercenaries laying down on some cots.
Say they're dead. I was gonna be like,
Completely, yeah, they actually have bandages wrapped around them, and a few of them look a little worse for wear, but are still breathing. You also see a few physicians walking around down here, tending to some of them, and you do see Petrick over towards the stairwell talking to a dragonborn.
how's he looking? Just out of curiosity.
Petrick, give me an insight check.
That's kind of knowing what we know now. Oh, that's a 9.
A 9?
Yeah.
He looks okay.
Not really ragged or anything. Just kind of like he's Patrick. He's there.
Yeah, he looks fine.
Looks like Patrick.
Looks like Petrick. No, he looks fine.
How's you guys?
It's actually 3 gnomes and a trash coat.
So, yeah, you do see Petrick talking to a dragonborn at the stairs. And as you walk and get a little bit closer, you can hear the Dragonborn himself saying, "Yes, it looks like they have fully retreated back. One of our generals say that they were just testing the walls to see how our defenses hold up, and
I'd love to go better them.
And he looks up and looks at y'all. Oh,
Birdie does like the 2 fingers to the temple salute thing. Like, stop.
hola. Welcome back. And you can feel a little bit of, like, you can hear a little bit of warmth in his voice as he addresses you all. It's good to have you all back in the city. Were you able to get anyone hired for us?
Yes. Here's the whole. You know what? Let's talk to the council. Easier just to talk to them.
Right.
I can go speak with some of the councilmen and see if we can get everybody together. Things are a little hectic upstairs.
I'm not surprised. Middle of the war.
Right. Do you need anybody on the wall? Perhaps a halfling?
You need to be able to see over the wall.
Aye, what a dick.
Do you think you could do something miraculous like y'all had done at the gates?
I mean, I can try, but no promises. That kind of seemed like a fluke, to be honest.
100%.
But it was cool.
It was a great fluke.
You can see his face just fall like a little bit. Just a fluke?
Why did you tell them that?
I kid, I casted a spell, I had it planned.
Yeah, he perks up just a little. So, is it true you only cast one spell?
I am.
Destroyed the cobblestones underneath your mighty feet, and the giants were so terrified of you that they decided to start killing each other instead?
Yes. It was incredible. Dio, he didn't even look in the giant's direction. All he did was just snap his fingers. And all you see is cobblestone rising, the giants fearing for their life. And yet he turns to his comrades, wanting to leave. His comrades not wanting him, but he begins to attack.
I wish I could have seen it.
It was amazing.
It sounds remarkable.
It was. It was almost unbelievable.
Aye, Cyphers a word?
I said several. You're welcome.
Cyphers a word?
He is looking at you with like some hero worship in his eyes.
Aye, Cyphers a word. Word.
In a minute.
Aye, no, right now.
If you excuse us, if we could find the council members, that would be...
Yes, I'll go and see if I can gather the others.
Thank you.
And he begins to go up the stairs.
What do you want?
Aye, that was a really bro move. I appreciate it.
I try. We need morale to be as high as possible.
Aye, you're not wrong. So I'm about to go up on the wall and start playing the bagpipes. None of y'all can stop
Not
me.
the bagpipes. Dragonborns into the fears.
No, that's
Oh,
the thing.
boy.
There's Dragonborn down there.
Yeah, but we don't need our people deemed deaf.
Aye, they won't be. Tell me that's some fucking bullshit. And that they wouldn't go deaf if I was, like, outside on top of a wall.
Give me an insight check.
No, this is Jared asking. Okay, yeah, it's not fucking happening. 16.
16. Give me a deception check.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Huh?
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21?
I choose to ignore his advice.
Yeah, you look at him and you're like, Grandpa's really deaf? You actually get this idea in the back of your head, like, next time fucking Sypho says something. I don't know, maybe I show up. Maybe I bring my bagpipes. But you're also thinking, never seen him have a problem. You know what?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Dio's gonna be Dio, but you do have the slight inkling that maybe you're gonna cause some people some
A lot of discomfort.
harsh, yeah.
Give me thaumaturgy.
Okay. So,
Oh yeah, but Dio does fuck off.
Do you go off to the wall?
To give some morale.
Okay.
But yeah.
Which wall do you go? Or which... what portion of the wall do you go to?
The one that we just defended.
Over at the east gate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, I'm off to the east gate, because they could probably use a bit of more of morale. And I don't really have any useful information to give the council, so, cheerio. Oh, by the way, where the hell is Lloyd?
Probably fucked off to a...
Yeah, y'all look around, you don't see him anywhere around. He's not even down here in the dungeon.
Didn't you give him a recommendation for some place to visit before we left?
I know, that was quite a while back. Well, he might be there. I'm not putting it past him, but I was hoping he'd be fighting out with us. Guess somebody just didn't add him to the initiative order.
Well, it wouldn't have fucking mattered.
It wouldn't, because apparently that would have been a bad idea.
He was going to show up later in the fucking encounter, but y'all took care of it in one fucking round.
So he just showed up and been like, "Where's the fight?"
Yeah, it was like, where'd we go?
The tuxedo mask on. My job here is done. You didn't do anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. Now that Dio's fucked off and y'all head up the stairs.
Oh, wait,
Oh, yeah.
that was Patrick's still down there with us, right? Before
Yes. Yes, he's still there.
we leave? Oh, Father, we had kind of an incident with the teleporter, and I show him the handle.
Oh! You snap it? Why would you even touching the portal? And he looks over at y'all's portal on Alcier's side, and he's like squints his eyes and still there. So where did you?
Yeah.
Well, we kind of had to teleport ourselves. Everyone seemed to be in a rush, and there wasn't anyone else in the room, so...
We fucked up. Well... fucked up. Sypho's kind of like doing the hand pointing at Leofen and being like...
Well, I suppose it's a good thing you got the proportions of the right proportion of mana in the crystal. Otherwise, who knows where you would have been. Could have been in the astral plane for all we know. As he grabs the crystal from you.
It was brought to our attention that you have to charge the crystals. We charged the one coming here. You've been the only one charging these.
For the most part, yes.
Well, it's a pretty unsettling feeling, and Dalinar mentioned that you probably would need some assistance to continue doing that. So we're going to try and find some mages that can help with this.
I'm certain that I can take care of it.
With all due respect, you are very clearly of a significant level. But Dalinar was nice enough to tell us that if you overexpend yourself too much, you could irreparably damage your ability to use magic in the future.
Dalinar is a fine artificer.
And what would your wife say
that.
if we told her that?
She would agree that Dalinar is a fine artificer. But I know my limits.
Do you?
He just looks over at you, his eyebrows fully up. He's like, of course I do.
Hey, how was the 80 years in the mirror world?
It was 90.
90 years.
Thank you. And he looks back at Leo and says, thank you for correcting him. It was quite
Limiting?
quick.
So, we're going to get some mages down here to help you. And
You don't have to let them dilly-dally with the portal. You just have to let them help you charge the crystal.
we need you
You can see him just kind of like, almost like you can see him chewing on the inside of his mouth. Just
I told you
Fine.
he wasn't good at delegating. It's the only thing he's not good at.
fine. I will let them charge the crystal. But if I see one fucking clawy hand decide that they're going to try and pull that lever, I will take it off at the wrist.
It's absolutely fine. You can give them that warning when they get here. We will hire no one named Kronk.
Good.
Who's Kronk?
I open the jar.
Yo, if we kept that up, I mean, that thing's fucking full. We could buy a fucking mixer with how much we owe.
I still don't know where it disappeared to.
I'm really glad we got those proportions right on the crystal.
Yeah, me too.
Me too. That could have been very bad.
Y'all are gone for another 20 years.
Sweet.
Y'all appear in the middle of the army.
It's like, oh, fuck.
Well, guys, I hope you're ready.
You're right next to Cyphos' patron.
Oh, God.
Let go, I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to be here. I know you don't want to see me.
I told them to not put it on.
Yeah, no, I got me.
Better just looks over at Cyphos. Seriously?
I told him not to put it on. Dio being strangled.
Yeah, no, got me. Screw if that was the case.
What, you don't think we can handle the whole patron?
Not
We
this.
have to be-
Not this one.
Yeah, we have to be level 20 to fight gods.
He's not a guy. I can tell you
He
that.
might as well be.
We have to be level 20 to fight
Demigods.
those guys, yeah. Demi boys.
Demi boys.
Demi.
Yeah. So, as y'all begin to head up the stairs, Patrick, slightly chastised and fully indignant, what are y'all going to do? Wait for the council, or?
I'm gonna go give Dio some backup / cover. I'm gonna kind
Up
of
on the wall.
up on the wall. While he's playing, I'll probably take pot shots at soldiers on the other side with my bow.
Okay. Anybody else?
Wait for the council.
Just gonna wait.
Yeah, Vol's gonna wait for the council as well.
Okay.
Because, again, it's a lot easier for me to RP as her if Dio's not around.
Listen, I'm just hearing not commitment to the voice acting.
Bitch. You've only ever had to voice one person.
That's
Well, you don't like switching from one character to another back
Yeah.
to back as they're talking to them.
Whoever's doing this must be insane.
Whoever talks to themselves. Yeah. No, you're not wrong.
With my passive perception being what it is, I wouldn't mind hanging out on the wall.
Okay. So
There's Team Boring.
Connie, what are you doing?
Daydreaming.
Daydream? Just
I
So
thought you said
kinda
day
waiting.
drink. I thought you said day drinking for a second. I was like, wait, what? When did you
Liz?
start doing this?
just start pulls out a gourd that no one's seen before and just starts drinking.
Liz? You're here? Speaking of which, where's Liz?
Oh my
I don't know.
gosh.
Does the DM even know?
Yes.
No. It's like, listen, until I roll this die.
He rolls a d6 every session to decide where he is.
Yeah.
He ends
Eventually,
up-
he'll end up in the same place.
I'm telling you, we're gonna go through like a super, like, you know how you can get Meridia's Beacon in the like weirdest fucking places?
Mhm.
Like, it took me to get a dragon claw from a guy who stole it, and then open up this door, and then defeat a Draugr to open up this chest in order to find this. I found one in a Realm of Oblivion. I kid you not, I don't know how. You know the Dragonborn DLC?
Mhm.
I found it in Hermaeus Moore's books. I've
God.
looked in a chest and there was Meridia's Beacon, and I'm like,
It's like, the fuck?
Thank you, I
speaking
guess.
of which, I also got a glitch where it didn't matter where I was shouting. I got the note, hey, you caused quite a lot of stir. And so what happened every time I went to go fight a dragon near a word of power, and you caused quite a stir in the apocalypse. The Apocrypha, the realm of Hermaeus Mora. People aren't ready for this. Who the fuck heard me? Who's following me?
It's like, who the fuck is around?
Makes me think that my character just has bipolar disease and is just writing themselves letters.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
So,
But yeah, I'll go help Birdie out. I'll point out where they are and tell her to shoot at them.
okay, so letting those wait. We'll go with Team Inspiration.
Oh.
Sure.
Team Morale.
Team Morale.
Team PMA.
I thought we were Team Booty Clap. Booty Clap Morale, same thing, really.
Yeah,
This is Team PMS. Perpetual Motion Squad.
sure. As y'all head over to the wall, you're walking through the streets, and there's not that many people out. Most of the people seem to be staying inside, but you see soldiers out patrolling the streets, and a few of them take notice of you. You can see like a few of them give a nice hearty salute in your direction as you make your way towards the gate. And you eventually do make it to the gate itself. The giants are no longer in the gate. There is a large, kind of like what is the train tires, or ties, those fucking huge ass
Oh, yeah, those
logs that are
yeah.
treated. You can see like a whole bunch of those almost slatted on the inside of the tunnel itself, to where there's some stone that will catch it. As you get closer, you hear one of the guards that are staring at it and talking to another. It's like, maybe we should add one more layer.
Aye.
One more?
One
We've
more.
had like 5. One more layer.
Aye, add another layer.
Yeah, they both look over and then down, and they're like, you see their eyes get a little bit larger. Yes, of course. Go get some more time. Go get some more logs. We'll get this taken care of. You think 6 will be enough? Do we need 7? And he looks back at the gate, or what used to be the gate, and it's at this point it's becoming more of just a wall itself.
Who needs gates when you're under siege, right?
You're right.
Aye.
Get enough for us to make 2 more layers. No, 3.
Dio, you're gonna make this thing end up going to the fucking council.
They can't get in if we're all wall.
Just Phil, there's no more streets left. It's just walls
They're like,
and buildings.
we can't get in.
I'm gonna break my pickaxe before we get to this. Get more diamond!
So,
All right. Anyway, I'm just I'm going up there. Gonna play some music.
yes, of course. And he points out some stairs that are further down the wall. If you just go down there and up the stairs, you'll reach the top of the wall.
All right,
in
excellent.
No time, sir.
Ah, awesome.
Thank you again.
Oh no, thank you. I didn't know how to get up there.
Of course. And you can see, like, he gives you a solid, almost nervous salute, and you continue over to the stairs. You can feel the stares of several soldiers as they look on you.
I'm gonna get a fucking statue built in my honor.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Is it at this point that Birdie and Leofin kind of come trotting up behind him and join him?
Yes.
Okay.
About the time he starts leaving this one dragon porn.
Hi, I've got company.
Hi, we figured we'd give you some support.
Oh, awesome.
Take any pot shots at anybody who decides they want to, shoot the messenger, as it were.
So much was there. So many jokes.
Right, excellent. We're going to make them run in fear.
Cool.
I hope to terrify them with bagpipes. They are a warrior's instrument.
Hey, Leothan, do you have that one spell that does the magic-y arrows?
I do. Sadly, I do not have it attuned.
Ah,
Fucking.
that's fine.
That's all right.
I'll shoot him with my regular ones.
Just give me a moment. I'm going to pump myself up. Just give me a little. I'm a little. Actually, Leofin, Birdie, I'm actually feeling kind of nervous, to be honest.
We get nervous for you.
Wait,
You
you're
got.
feeling nervous?
Ah!
I am performing before a large crowd. It's been a while.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, regardless of how well you played, they're still going to hate you.
Right.
That's a good way to look at it.
Also give myself bardic inspiration.
Shocker.
Also, as a side note, I don't keep that spell attuned anymore because we've kind of changed the way
We play, yeah.
we work in combat. So it's
The
like,
meta's changed.
The meta changed. I don't give Birdie flame arrows all the time. I have to use flame spear now.
If only somebody had something they could give me that would. Oh wait, only Vola has that.
I was
Right?
about
Yeah,
to
that's
say.
fine.
Honestly, I was thinking that too. I was like, It's like the Leofin forgets that he could give you. Oh wait, no, it doesn't have that, does it?
Guidance?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have that.
Yeah, he has guidance. Full has bless.
Yeah.
I was thinking of bless. I keep
There's
forgetting
blast
about
I
guidance.
wanted. But
Bless does attack rolls and saving throws. Guidance does ability.
Ability
Yeah,
checks, yeah.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
No, so we picked the right man.
Yeah, we
I don't know
picked
if he
the
has
right
it.
It's a cantrip that I do not have attuned.
That's all right.
Give him an hour.
Yeah,
So,
Make
So-
4 performances.
As you head up onto the wall, give me a performance check.
okay.
With disadvantage because you're playing to a shitty audience.
I mean, I know how to fix that. Ooh, nice. Let's see here. 15 plus 4 is 19, plus 11 is 30.
Do you have thaumaturgy?
I do not have thaumaturgy, but
Then do you match we have it?
the only
No.
person, funny enough, who has thaumaturgy?
Bola.
Vola.
yeah, she's the only one who can cast that.
But again, please.
Yeah.
Just we should have
Also,
just
she's
deciphered
mad
my
at you.
spell.
Yeah, she's
She's
not
mad.
talking to you right now. She's still in shoes and everything.
Stole my shoes and everything.
Yeah.
What are
You're-
talking about?
You now have fameless halfling feet.
You could give your shoes back. It'll be fine.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure I could just ask the guard, hey, can I get some shoes made for me? And then. But I'm
They're
not
gonna
gonna.
find you the finest of
Go
fucking
ahead.
leather.
See what happens.
Happens. Right away, sir.
Yeah, they're gonna get you fucking gold shoes.
Yeah.
You said you got a 30
A
on your
30.
performance?
Yeah.
You actually need a 32.
Sad day.
You see, right here on my difficulty check DC list, 30
That's not.
is noted as near impossible. And the example they give is tackle a goblin in a sandstorm at night.
Imagine if I did Tides of Chaos to give myself advantage.
Try it. Fuck it.
Fuck it, Tides of Chaos. If I don't cast a spell, I'm okay.
I
No.
was about to say, natural 20. Who gives a fuck?
Nah.
Yeah, okay.
30.
So just a 30.
Just so I know, Tides of Chaos. That next spell is gonna do wild magic.
Unless I go to sleep.
Yeah. So,
You ain't going to sleep anytime soon.
yeah, you still got a whole day ahead of you.
Yeah, to go to sleep.
All right. So as you walk up onto the wall, Birdie and Leofin following behind you, you bring out your bagpipes, start looking it over, make sure everything's still tip-top shape, give it a squeeze. Like, this is working nice.
It's been a while since I played the bagpipes.
It's been 20 years.
Yeah, it really has been.
How many people
Yeah.
are like up on the wall?
There is quite a few people up here on the wall.
Are they like fully armored, sword,
Full-
shield, everything?
Yeah, they're decked out in their battle rattle, ready to go.
All right.
But
It is Scotland the Brave, if you're wondering what I was playing. It's Scotland the
Okay.
Brave.
So when
course.
he starts playing, Birdie's gonna and like the Dragonborn that are on the wall like start to notice like, oh, he's playing the song. Oh my god, it's the halfling that's doing the song. She's gonna go over to one of them, and in time with the music, she's gonna start like clanging his sword hand against his shield, like in time, and like then like motioning to the guy down the line to do it.
It doesn't take any needling from anybody.
I want the whole wall doing it.
As soon as Dio starts playing, the song picks up.
And then she goes over next to him and pulls out her bow.
The fact is, it almost seems like divine intervention.
Oh my.
Chad. The wind. Chad is looking down upon you and I'm thinking,
oh my god.
My sweet, my boy. And the wind that was blowing towards you shifts and starts blowing at your back as you begin the first note of your song. And you yourself know it's being carried. The people on the wall themselves are hearing it. The people outside. And as this is happening, Birdie, Leofin, you do notice that the army itself is a good, like, almost 800 feet away from the wall. And you're sitting there and you're like, there's no way they're hearing it this far away. But as the song begins to play, Leofin, you notice some rustling of the front lines of their army. The soldiers begin to clang their weapons on their shield, one after another, and then the entirety of the wall, you almost hear this rhythmic, the song ringing out. You can see the army out in the distance stir, almost as it looks like a few are getting up, some bringing a weapon to hand, staring, looking around, and they look back towards the city. The song pealing out clear as day amongst the rhythmic clangs that now you're starting to feel might not be originating just from your area. The entirety of the wall takes up the charge, and it almost feels like Alcier itself is pulsating. As the song and the rhythm echo through the vast desert, and when you're done, the desert that normally feels kind of quiet, kind of mute, feels deathly silent as the music that had filled it has left it wanting. And the army, you can see just barely silhouettes, just on the distance. You can see a few of them almost begin to move again, like they begin to breathe. Their strings just got cut. A couple like drop back down to the ground. And it's just this silence. So, right there, if you want to take a break.
All right.
We'll do that.
That went pretty well.
I was like,
That went excellent.
yay! It's like, who's a bro now?
Who's a bro now?
Just as a quick announcement, we wanted to thank Twitter user @NetcaseArt for the awesome new headshots of our characters. They look really, really cool.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Looks
they're awesome.
fantastic.
Like, have you seen Dio's mug? He's so adorable.
Yeah.
If you guys aren't already following us on Twitter @ofcontrarians, make sure you follow us there for updates, fan art, and all kinds of other cool stuff.
With the song done, the silence cutting, and the enemy army feeling. You get a sense of, oh shit.
Are they sufficiently whelmed?
Yes.
Kaine
Are they feeling the
understands.
Aster?
Great.
Kaine understands the fear of being sufficiently well.
And, I mean, if you want to try shooting at them, they are quite a ways away.
They're 800 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
no,
the
no.
max you got is like 600, isn't it?
No, it's 800.
Is it 800?
800's my max, but it is a disadvantage, which I figured would be anyway.
Yeah.
But if they're that far, I was really coming up here just to back up Dio in case somebody decided to take pot shots at him while he was playing.
Okay.
So I don't think they want to go near me now.
No.
Listen, first
They don't want to come near this wall.
They would have to first be able to see him over the wall.
Don't be a dick.
Like I said, so many chances. I had so many jokes.
Like,
So many jokes.
he does something awesome, just acknowledge the fact that...
Oh, 100%. It was cool.
Oh, yeah.
Do not get me
I did
wrong.
that last time.
It was fucking. I was about to say, I helped your ass out.
Oh, shit, that's right.
Okay.
You're turning me into a god, and the power's not going to his head, but Jared is very, very concerned.
Making
So.
that phone call.
As this goes on, after this entire thing, and what are y'all doing now that it's quiet?
I'm gonna go back to the Tin Cup and retrieve Magnus, make sure he is fully tacked out, ready to go, and I'm gonna bring him back with me to the guild hall, because that's where our rooms are now.
Yeah.
Are you also gonna go pick up Clive, or?
I'll do that after I talk to Leofin.
Okay.
Hi, Leofin. You think that was a good concert?
Oh yeah, that was incredible. The whole wall started joining in on it.
Hi. That was pretty awesome. I didn't know that they do that.
You're welcome.
Hi, thank you. That it warms me heart, to be honest.
Yeah, no, that was actually incredible. I think I definitely think the opposing army heard us as well.
Hi, I hope they got the message.
As quiet as it was afterwards, I think they did.
Well, let's do this again tomorrow.
I mean, I have no qualms with that.
Right. Oh, we need to go get Clive.
Oh right, I hope he's been all right. We haven't seen him in a while.
God, I hope I'm less worried about Clive and more worried about what Clive is doing to other things. I recall the last time I found him eating cans.
Oh well, I mean that's not great, but it's not the worst thing.
I
He
guess
seemed really worried about it.
I'm worried about his digestion, and honestly, I don't think anybody's going to be able to hurt him, but God, I hope he hasn't gotten into any mischief.
Yeah, he is a strange creature sometimes.
So, y'all heading that way?
Yes, we're heading towards the Tin Cup.
Yeah.
Okay. So, following behind Birdie, already headed off. It is in fact Birdie who gets there first, and the innkeeper is actually standing around the stables when you come up to the Tin Cup, and he's speaking with one of the stable hands. I swear, sir, it's just unmanageable. I give him food, and then he not only ate the food, he yanked the bag out of my hands. We don't have that bag anymore. And the innkeeper's like looking in, and this is when you walk up behind him.
I'm gonna peek in like on top of him. Like
As-
don't let him know I'm here. Just like
As-
also gonna be peeking in at the same time.
As you also begin to look over, you see one of the very last stalls door. It looks like it's been kicked or something. It's just hanging on one hinge, swinging slightly. And you see Clive over at one of the a saddle that was just hanging on. You assume was hanging on the wall. There's a hook now laying on the ground. Most of the saddle is not there anymore.
It's not my saddle, is it?
A very familiar saddle laying on the ground as you're seeing like the back of Clive mostly, and his horns just kind of poking over his body, and you can hear the ripping sound of leather being torn away, and then the
One beat! Damned! Dio!
the innkeeper looks behind him and is like, oh.
And I literally take the door, I like step out in between him, take the doors, and I throw it open. Clive, God be damned, what are you doing?
And Clive finally like lifts his head up, turns his head around, and looks at you over his back end. And is just like,
If I need to roll an intimidation check, I will.
give me an intimidation check. Where's the rest of my die?
Good luck.
Good luck.
17.
Natural 20.
Are you kidding me?
This goat does not give a fuck.
You're staring at him, and he's looking back, and you can see this like half like doughy-eyed, half I don't give a shit what you think about me. As he's just staring at you like, what?
I am now standing in the doorway. My shoulders are shaking. Birdie is just beside herself with fury at this point.
Oh, Clive's gonna die.
And Clive's just sitting there chewing on leather. He hasn't stopped at all. He's just like,
When Dio gets up to the door, he needs to make strength saving throw? Or, yeah, to avoid being grappled, I'm going to throw him at Clive.
Okay, so for grappling, it is I believe, a strength. It's either athletics or acrobatics
Okay.
on both parties' sides.
Okay.
So whichever one's your best, go with that.
We go with acrobatics.
That's probably
Wait, you're not athletics?
My athletics is not bad actually. It's a +3 on my athletics.
I don't think it matters.
I think it might. I got a 21.
Natural 20 plus 7.
So I was impressive, but she caught me anyway.
Yeah.
Like, you get up to me at the door, and you're like, what's going on? Why'd you... Oh, no. And then you just feel my hand, like, grip on the back of your itchy clothing,
Yeah.
and I yeet you at your goat. Bastard! Do I roll for damage?
Roll for Dio damage.
Roll a straight strength check.
Okay.
Okay. Thought she rolled.
Just a straight, just a straight
No, just
check,
straight.
right? 6.
6.
That was a 3. That was really bad.
As
But
a-
I actually have, like, that's one of my things that I have that I'm really good at, so.
Yeah. As you grab Dio by the scruff of his neck, his collar, he like looks back up at you and is like, oh no. And you try to yeet him across the room at Clive, but his nimbleness, he like almost jumps forward along with the motion of your throw and does a somersault and lands on his feet. Again, he's made it about 5 feet closer to Clive from this.
Fix your goat!
Clive, get it out of your mouth. Come here. Get it out of your mouth. And I do the whole pinching of his pressure points in his jaw to get it out.
Animal handling.
Again. Okay, 6 plus 9, 15.
15.
I told you, I got a good handle.
I'd say not bad.
Ah, fuck.
Clive looks at you, and as you're starting to do the whole he actually yanks back and snaps at your finger. You pull it back just quick enough, and And he just looks at you, and then he spits the leather off to the side. And,
Do I see the damage he's caused?
oh, it's pretty bad.
Clive!
You're gonna need a new saddle.
Clive!
You have a third of a saddle left.
Clive!
Like, most of the padding is gone. You might as well just put a blanket on your horse at this point. It actually would probably be more comfortable to the horse than whatever you're gonna... than putting this saddle on it.
Okay, as a ritual, I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
Bastard.
It takes 10 minutes. While you're doing that, Birdie is going to collect her horse and what's left of her stack and walk over to the innkeeper and request a piece of paper. Doesn't have to be big, just a small one.
Of course. And he like snaps at one of the stable hands. They rush off, come back, and hands it up to you with his shaking hands.
Take out one of my infinite pieces of charcoal that I used to drop things on people's doors with. And I write out a little invoice. I write out an invoice
of
for
damages.
one fine leather black saddle, 25 gold, and I take the piece of paper, the charcoal back in my bag, and then I set it in front of Dio so that it is the first thing he sees when he comes out of his ritual.
25 gold!
That's how much it's worth. And I turn around.
Hold on. Just forward this to Sifos. He has my funds.
Sifos doesn't have any funds. Your goat ate it. You pay for it.
This isn't entirely my fault.
Not entirely your fault.
Let's keep the goat.
It's not. I'm trying to teach him to not eat things that aren't food. This animal's probably about as intelligent as the rest of us. I don't know what you want from me.
He's smart enough.
He's smart enough to know not to eat my saddle.
He
and
just
he's
doesn't
still
care.
Your goat. You're gonna have to talk to the innkeeper about paying for all the rest of the damages he's done. I don't know if you've looked at the rest of the room yet.
Aye, that's why you're handing this to Sifos, because I don't have the funds to fix this.
You better get him. Because
I can't
this isn't coming out of party funds. The goat's yours.
Oh, this isn't coming out of party funds. Y'all get to use it however the hell you want, and now I need to pay for damages, and now you're like, oh, we can't pay
that
for
your
damages.
goat caused.
Aye, but you still paid for stuff that we didn't all agree on.
That was Sifos.
Aye!
Nothing to do with that.
You were there!
What? I don't have the funds!
Aye, you could have stopped him.
Dio, this has nothing to do with my saddle being eaten by your goat.
I can't pay for the rest of this.
It's not my fault. Not my problem. And I walk out with my horse.
Not my goat, not my fault.
This is not my circus. Those are not my monkeys.
I hand the invoice to Clive so he can eat it.
He looks at you, and then he looks down at the invoice, and his little teeth come out, and he just disappears into his mouth.
Can I speak to Clive now?
Yes.
Clive, what in the hell is this? I left you alone for, what, a couple of days, maybe? I told you to be on your best behavior. What is this?
I was promised adventure and foes, and you gave me a tiny room and bland food.
Well, if you listen, I've taken you on plenty of adventures, and we've gone to several places to fight, and we're about to do it again. But you're gonna have to not destroy another person's property.
I was bored.
I don't care if you're bored.
There's nothing to fight here.
Where do you have money on you to pay for these damages? No, I have to do it.
I am a goat.
All right.
I carry none of your shiny pieces.
All right, here. I'll make an agreement with
He
you.
knows he's a goat scares me. The fact that he's semi-sentient enough to understand I am a goat, like, Huh.
He's a legendary creature, man.
I know, that's why I'm like, oh.
All right,
Something's
Clive.
wrong with this guy.
All right, Clive. Fine. You'll come with me, and we will fight probably sometime tomorrow, or at least in the near future. But this shit stops.
No more tiny rooms.
You'll have a bigger room, all right?
And he looks back over at the pen that he had been, the stable he had been put in. And he looks back at you. So long as there's no tiny room,
No tiny room.
we will not have a problem. And he kicks the fucking door again. And it fully falls off its last hinge, and hits the ground.
Oh, dear God.
I feel better now.
I'm
glad we had this talk. And he begins to walk out of the stables.
So I go to the innkeeper. So, go ahead and write me an invoice for damages, and I will.
He just pulls a piece of paper out and hands it straight to you.
Right?
You look down at it and see there's a small list. Damages come out to about
Please don't be in the $1,000.
3d20s. How many hundred
Times
gold?
I'll just re-roll one of these. It's fine. Ooh. That was not good on your end. 150 gold.
I'll pay for this as soon as I can get the funds.
Looks like you're starting to work at a tin cup.
Thank you. You're not keeping your... And he looks back over his shoulder quickly. Animal, here any longer, are you?
Never again.
It's for the best.
For the best, yeah. I guess he doesn't like enclosed spaces.
No. He knocked that door down the other night, and he hasn't let anyone near the back end all day.
Clive, it's time that we left.
The rest of the horses are hungry.
We'll just be heading out.
Thank you. And he snaps at one of the stable hands, who you see actually has a bit of their shirt kind of ripped away, and you can see a small hoof print in his side. And he just rushes off to the back end of the stable to get back to what he was doing.
Hi, Leofin, are you ready to head back?
Yes.
Yeah, Birdie kind of walked past Leofin, fuming, muttering under her voice, just I'm gonna murder him. He owes me so much. I got such a good deal for that saddle, and now look at this. Look at this. I'm so...
Well.
Leofin, I just want to leave.
Yeah, I understand.
I'll see if maybe the Merchants Guild will get us a better accommodation for Clive.
Yes, is that what he was complaining about?
Oh, amongst not being able to fight, he was pretty upset about that as well.
He's very unusual for a ram.
Oh, yeah,
To say the least.
very unusual.
Your bloodthirsty battle ram.
I'm,
Do you think Vola can help with any of the repairs that are needed? Maybe.
I
Whittle the
think
pipe
she's
down a
not
bit.
going to help me. She's a bit upset for
Oh,
who knows why, really.
right. She was. Yeah, she did snap at you a bit about the whole ring situation.
Listen, I solved the problem while y'all
No,
were
I-
bickering.
I agree. I was on your side. I think we should have. Well, I think we should have let Cyphos have done it at first. But I mean, either way, we got it.
Hi, and it's just a friendly stealing amongst friends, right?
Well, I mean, we probably could have gone about it a better way, but at least it was done. And it was interesting to see what happened when you put it on.
It's only the third time that I've stolen from her. And I always fix the problem.
Third time?
I always fix the problem.
Wait, what other 2 times did you steal from her?
Well, the very first time was, actually when we first met, we had money for a fare. And I took that off of Ola.
Oh.
I don't remember why. Second time I stole from her bag. But it's only because she hit me in the chest with a warhammer and broke my ribs.
Okay, yeah. Well, at least this third one seemed more productive.
Well, the only reason I was doing it so is we could move on.
I mean, again, I'm glad that you did. At least it was better to expedite the situation.
Aye. Well, I guess it's time to. I think it's time we probably hurry on back. Hopefully, we find Lloyd on the way. If not, we'll see him tomorrow.
Right, and we better find a way to keep Clive entertained.
Right.
Okay.
Perhaps you can summon woodland animals and have him fight them.
Aye, that's not a bad idea. Or I could get some of the mercenaries to just spar with him.
Well, things to think about.
So, as y'all head your way back, you make it back to the council or on your way back to the council, you see a few dragonborn, one rushing out towards, straight towards the east gate, another one start heading your direction. And the one heading your direction sees you, rushes up onto you two, rushes up onto you all. Good, I'm glad I was able to find you as quickly as I did. The council was wanting to meet with you all. If you would follow me, I'll take you to the council chambers.
Can I bring Clive?
Yeah, he looks at you, and he looks over at the goat. Is there something special about your goat?
He's just a bit in the mood, and he's cost me a lot of money today, so I think it's best if I keep an eye on him until further notice, unless you've got a really big room for him to stay in.
He looks at you. I can speak with someone about finding him a really big room if that's what you want.
It's what he wants.
Yes, I will see if I can find someone who can get you the accommodations you need, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And follow him briskly back to the guild house. And
Magnus is blissfully grazing on the front lawn of the guild house. Because it's a gated section. I mean, he can't leave it unless the guards let him leave.
Yeah. And as you walk in, he looks at one of the guards, and as y'all are starting to enter the guild house, the halfling Dio, and you can just barely hear him whisper, "Giant Slayer." He said that he wished for a room for his goat. And the guard looks down and is like, "He has a goat?" "Yes. He said he needs a room for his goat, a big room." The guard looks over at you and looks at one of his other guard companions. "See if you can find see if there's an empty house in the square. We will give him the entirety of the house." And one of the guards just rushes off to down the street and starts knocking
Never
on
complain
doors.
about your folk hero thing again. It's not coming into play properly.
You ever complain about Cyphos never doing your
You
fucking
gotta
solid.
fucking earn it, man.
fucking earn it.
We should have had
In places you haven't been, you gotta earn it.
I fucking earned it, motherfucker.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Okay, hold on. First time was me. Second time was a little bit of you, but also my 30. Thank you, bards.
As you hear a guard knocking at doors going down the way, Clive is standing there staring at you. Are we going inside? All right. How long does speak?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yes.
It's been longer. 10 minutes.
All right.
So you just see him staring at you, and hear a.
Clive, I got you bigger, live in space, but I need you to behave. All right? If you behave, we can go fight enemies together.
You see one of his horns tilt down, and you've seen him do this before. It's like, if you say so.
So, I let him go with the guard.
You just tell him to, like, follow that guard, he'll give you a, what? Or
you know what? I take
leaving him with the guard at the gate.
You know what? I take Dio to the house he needs to go to. Do I know? Or have they shown me?
No, the guard's still looking for a house.
Alright.
One of them are.
Alright. Guard? Right. I would ask that you watch after my ram. Doobie, when whatever his name comes back, he's going to take him to another place that he can spend the night. Do be careful, he likes to eat things that aren't food.
What food does your goat like?
Leather, metal cans, tack,
Cabbages.
I've seen him eat pretty much anything, but
would you wish for us to give him leather cans?
No, don't, absolutely do not give him leather. I've just seen him eat it. But if you could give him maybe some hay, if you have some fruit, give him some fruit. Maybe a cabbage.
I will see what we have in stores. I believe we might still have some good cabbages. We'll see. I think we actually bought some supplies from Orewell as well. So I will make sure that your goat is fully taken care of, sir.
All right, all's well that ends well, right?
Yes, sir.
Cypher's not even in the room.
Hi, thank you. Hi, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Of course, sir. Anything for the Rift Walkers and the Giant Slayer.
Ah, right. Thank you. And I just walk off.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go ahead and change my character's name.
Dio, the Giant Slayer.
Dio Giant Slayer. To be fair, a lot of people are gianty. So, you know.
Weaponize racism against everyone that's not me.
So I'm done.
So what was the other team doing while we were off?
Walking, waiting.
Waiting. Either
You guys weren't finding wizards that could help Petra?
Sure, that's what Vola was doing.
Okay.
Cool.
There we go. We found some wizards.
Yeah, Cypher's pretty much just waiting. I was just reading his book shot. It's just like
There's just a clump of wizards laying there. Pick them up. Like,
throw heaps of
When
wizards.
you said I find some wizards, I just imagine just like a bundle of wizards.
She's going around being like, "Are you a wizard?" No. Punch in the face. You a wizard? Yeah. Throws it over her shoulder.
Well, she
You a
did,
wizard?
like, she got out a keyboard and typed in console commands and said spawn wizard amount 10.
Ragdoll onto the ground and picks one up and like,
This'll do.
This'll do.
It's the very top of their hat sticking on the ground. He just yanks it up like a carrot. And just, all right.
You a wizard?
yeah.
God fucking Christ.
I'm sorry.
So while Birdie is already there, while she is waiting with the others to go in to talk with the council members that were collected, she's angry, whispering at Cyphos about what happened.
I know.
It's brand new. I've only written it 9 times.
I understand, and yes, he's going to be paying for it himself. I promise you, he is not going to get any party funds.
We don't have any party funds.
Shh, I'm not telling people that. We are loaded, god damn it. Okay. Oh, Theo decided to join us.
Cyphos,
Hello, everyone.
How's your goat?
where's my cut?
Your cat's sitting right there.
Hey, no, motherfucker, listen, you got all that money from down in that place.
I told you I spent it.
You spent it all?
Yes.
I owe an inn 150 gold.
That sounded like it was coming from your cut.
You didn't give me a cut, you bastard! You spent all my money!
To be fair, I'm the one that found it.
No, you weren't the only one that found it!
No, I just made you go down there and get it.
That makes it part of mine!
Greed versus happening upon it.
Alright.
But no, I don't have any money for you. So,
I wonder if the guards could find out if you have any money for me.
excuse me?
You fucking hurt me.
Oh, the dangerous game.
Well, you owe me money!
I don't owe you anything.
You do!
Do I?
And as y'all are talking about this, the page that was sent to you does not look like you're in the right mindset to meet with the council. Maybe I should just
No, we're
talk with them and...
No, it's fine.
We're fine.
You're sure? Seems like...
I'm just having a bit of money plot problems, is all.
His go date
That's-
everything.
He kind of vandalized an inn stable, and I have no money, so...
Oh. And you see the page look at you almost in a different light. It's like, right. Okay, well, the council is waiting just this way.
Alright, thank
Thank
you.
you.
And he leads you over towards to a double door gilded in all variety of metals. Each family's metal is on this door, and it swings open, and you see all 5 families sitting in different chairs. This place actually does not feel as there's a clear difference between this council room and the one of the dwarves. Almost not as formal as the dwarves' chambers.
Doors are also smaller.
They are, in fact.
Doors gonna dwarf.
I was about to say they're cut to fit.
Yeah. As you walk in, the chairs look fairly comfortable, the ones they are sitting in, and they only have a small kind of desk with little shelves along the sides of them for them to put papers to the side. And each one of them is sitting at a desk that is facing completely inwards. A couple of them actually turn around to see the group enter, and the page directs you to the center of the circle. You do see a few familiar faces. Niren is at his desk. Cull is over there with a huge stack of papers just built on his desk, and every one of his shelves is just filled to bursting. And another face that you find familiar, one that was actually down in the dungeon just recently, that of Till, the mithril scale, as you see the mithril that you can see adorning his desk, and you're able to pick out his name from what you know. Sulin is at her desk, and there's one that you haven't met yet, a black dragonborn, sitting at his desk. And you can assume that this is, in fact, Karsh of the Ebony Tooth clan. And they all are looking at you, and you can hear one from behind you, near it. So, where are you able to get the reinforcements that we need?
Yes and no. Not the ones that we thought, but we still got some reinforcements. We spoke to the dwarves. Unfortunately, they are a little occupied with the flying island and stationing another bit of their army somewhere else.
You hear someone else, Karsh, cut in on it. There is a flying island.
Yes.
Aye, we saw it.
It's huge.
Aye, it's huge.
It's pretty far away, so
Aye, nowhere near us right now.
even from Orewell, it
Aye,
has some
it's
distance.
pretty far from Norwell.
You see his eyes just kind of squint as he looks down at his papers. I was hoping that they were trying to just get more money out of us.
Oh, we all wish that were true. This cannot be good. But anyway,
Aye, we did find a solution though.
we did. We spoke to the council. They said that in thanking you all for getting them the materials they need, they're going to speak to the Elven capital and hopefully send some of the Elven army to help.
Call cuts in. So, you have a maybe on the reinforcements.
2 days.
2 days.
2 days out. One to make the movement of their portal to a place that they can get the army to, and one for them to make a deal.
Right. So, in 2 days, we might have reinforcements here.
I think you need to
Or
give
did
us.
you speak with the Elven capital themselves and get assurances that their army would be here?
We're not the best people to send for the Elven capital, especially since we can't go there.
And you can see a few eye ridges rise up.
There's no way for us to get there and come back in a reasonable time. The Dwarven Council has a specific message line with the Elven capital. They're going to be our best bet to get that negotiation made. And you all know dwarves. The only people who can rival the merchants of Alcier in making a deal are the dwarves in Orewell.
You hear nothing, not even the shuffling of paper from Cull as the room is quiet. Sulin chimes in with, how long do you think before they test our walls again?
Well, it might be longer than you think.
Another one, till maybe we have more time. They did suffer a bit of a routing on that last one, but again, this was just to see how far they could go with just a small push.
It's going to take some time for their morale to rebuild itself, and you have Dio and your soldiers on the wall to thank for that. All of the soldiers on the wall.
Aye. I played my bagpipes, a part of my halfling culture, and in tune, the soldiers beat their shields, and the enemy went dead silent, which I assume was fear.
Till looks over at you, and you can still see like a little bit of hero worship in his eyes. Is that true? Is that what the noise that we were hearing before?
Aye, that loud noise was kind of the city chanting in
Right.
tune, making music in tune.
Maybe they will give us a little more time. And Niren, how were negotiations with Ani? How did his last negotiations go? Niren looks at everyone's.
Where is Ani?
Ani is currently resting after his last encounter with orc blood. He was at the last meeting, and things did not proceed very well.
What did they want?
They said that they want, very bluntly, the gauntlets within our dungeon, and that they will tear the city apart, rip the dungeon out of its hole if need be, and then they slapped Anin with his own hand after it had been ripped from his body.
Yep. And Birdie turns around. Are the doors to this chamber closed? There's only just the
Yes, they
two
are
big
closed.
swinging doors into this chamber.
Yeah.
She pulls out her sword of sharpness and she puts it through the door handle so the door cannot be opened. And then she turns back around to the rest of the room and goes, which means, because they specifically knew that it was gauntlets in the dungeon of Drova, which nobody except for the people in this council room knew about, that one of you told them.
Right. I wouldn't be surprised if they found out otherwise.
How? This is your most closely guarded secret. You had to have a meeting just to let Niran have us come in on the secret to retrieve them.
We've been down this road with Patrick, who he himself came looking for the gauntlets. It's actually how he came to speak with us. He was looking for legendary items. We did not know how he found out. We questioned him for quite a while.
And we know how Petrick found out. He spent 90 years studying in another dimension that you can't access.
Not anymore, anyway. Well, as far as we know.
Alright, maybe the orcs have another source.
I wouldn't doubt it.
So you'll all vouch for each other that nobody has spoken to anyone else with the exception of Petrick and the people in this room.
And you see them looking towards each other, and you feel the air of distrust starting to move around as people become shifty-eyed.
While they're all kind of, starting to look at each other, Cyclus wants to throw on Detect Magic. Much like when we were in the Elven Capital, he's looking for any bad Vuju.
Bad Fuju?
Bad Vuju. I'm looking for bad mojo around people's...
Next.
Almost like the black collar that I saw.
As you throw on your magic eyes, you start looking around the council members, doing a slow spin in place, as each one of them are definitely within the 30 feet needed. And you look upon each one of them, you would see anything magical, not even any magical equipment on them. And eventually, Sulin calls out, "Well, we are in a bit of a predicament, aren't we? We don't have any way of proving that any one of us has betrayed the others, and we don't..."
Hang on. Voila. Do you still have your zone?
That's a great question, actually. What level spell would that be?
Zone of Truth?
It's a lower one.
Yeah. You can cast it at
upcast
higher
it, but-
levels, but...
Not seeing it on here.
As I was saying,
You
that
might
was
not have it
good.
repaired.
Yeah, well, and she hasn't touched her character sheet.
So, no, I don't have Zone of Truth equipped at right at the moment.
Would you all mind waiting an hour? We
Waiting
can settle
an hour?
this.
Does it require an hour, or does it require a long rest?
I think it's a short rest to
repair.
attune, right?
To repair a spell, then...
Because she's a cleric. It's just like, I think clerics and druids, because they have access to their whole spell list.
Yeah,
they don't
that's
have to.
what I'm
they're not
asking.
like wizards.
David, do you need an hour or do you need a long rest?
No, you change your list of prepared spells when you finish a long rest.
Yep.
Damn.
Do you have something that could definitively prove us innocent?
There's a spell that clerics know.
If we could meet up tomorrow, have everyone here, then we could find out.
It doesn't even have to be tomorrow. Just 8 hours.
How late is it in the day?
We could meet up this evening. Because it's like
It's
what?
not too late in the day. It's about 4.
Ah, well, Vola can take a
And-
nap right here.
There is a time you can't just take short rests too close together.
Mhm.
I believe there's a certain period you have to wait after a long rest before you can take another one.
Okay.
Yeah, you usually have to wait about 8 hours in between long rests.
So it's 4?
Yeah, it's about 4
Oh.
o'clock right now.
Okay.
It's been 8 hours.
So tomorrow.
What time did we get up?
Huh?
What time did we wake up?
8.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's only been 8 hours. Alright, we could just pop a little, what was it? It's tiny hut right here, and Vola could take a nap. Good idea? No, that sounds awful.
Not
I
the
agree.
worst.
Are you actually taking Dio's side on this one?
Yes and no.
Uh,
Yes and no. More in the sense that having the tiny hut would be nice, but I'm also more worried about, and no offense to any council members, if someone is not as honest as they say, them not being able to come back and meet with us. So, having them where we can see them would be.
Maybe it is prudent that all of us, at least the council members, stay here.
Hi, is there anybody who disagrees?
Who's all in the room besides us?
Every one of the council members.
I was about to say
That's
council
it.
members. Okay, cool. There's nobody else.
Alright, well, I guess I'll just prop this down in front of the floor, and Vola's gonna take a long rest. And I'll be in here because I can't leave. So, see you in 8 hours. I'll be I can't practice my instrument. Darn.
So you're just gonna fucking plop down.
I mean,
right
she
here?
can go to her room and
Yeah.
sleep. There only has to be like 2 people in here to guard at a time. We can take shifts.
No, fair enough.
Put
All right.
tiny hut up in her room.
Alright, we'll just let Vola go to bed.
Ugh. So Vola leaves the room
Goes to bed.
and heads off to her room.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if I should probably be with her, just in case.
Do you want to go ahead and sing Kaine?
Sure. Kenny, do you mind kind of watching over Vola? I don't want anything to happen.
Also, I will say, this is a singular room with no windows, only one door out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
If one other person wants to stay with me, I'll stay and guard the door.
Sure.
Keep everyone here.
That's fine by me. I don't sleep. So
Hi, and they're gonna want some entertainment, of course.
you can see Till look over. Would you play us a song?
Hi, let me get my
Oh, I'm
section.
sure Cole has some paperwork for you. He'd love to share.
Calls over there. Maybe after this entire disaster is taken care of and we know who we cannot trust with my paperwork.
Hi, fair enough, but
You are just like your father.
Thank you.
It's a compliment.
I know. And the room gets a little awkward in its silence. Proceeding.
So Dio,
yeah, now's a good time for some music. Just a
small serenading.
hi, small serenade.
Birdie sticks her head out and she goes, Jarvis!
And just right by the door. Yes?
Would you have meals for... How many of us are left in here?
5,
8,
8.
For 8?
No, 9.
9.
Did
There's
we often leave you?
No, Leapin's here.
I was sleeping.
Yeah.
Lupin, you're here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh,
so-
there you are.
Let's say 5 plus 4.
Yeah. Would you have meals for 9 brought to the door? Don't try to bring them in. Just knock when you get here.
Of course.
Thank you. Closes the door, puts the sword back.
Okay. So, time passes. Meals are brought. Again, this time it is a kind of soup that has been prepared. And there are some slices of bacon inside. It's almost like a... Ah, damn it, I want potato soup. But potato soup with bacon. And good slices of bread that almost... It still feels warm to the touch and freshly baked.
Oh, is it crusty? Does the crust crinkle?
The crust crinkles. The inside is soft and just pulls away meatily. It's that fluffy kind of dense bread that is good for soaking. And then that crust is just, you don't even need a spoon. You just use the crust. I'm really hungry and I want potato soup, guys.
There's no place open this late that has it.
But you all eventually come together. Volo comes back downstairs, enters the room. Since you were all just kind of not doing anything for a whole 8 hours, this will count as a long rest. Performing still gives you a long rest.
Okay.
It's not something strenuous. Would you consider performing to be the same as walking, like, I believe it was 5 miles?
Mm-hmm.
No.
You've had a long rest.
But maybe we'll see how good I did.
Yeah, go right now.
Okay. Oh wait, you said a long. Well, this would be before the long rest. Only a 2, so a 13.
You're trying to keep it,
Mellow.
Don't bardic inspiration.
On the down low. a little
Bardic
bit.
inspiration.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of hard to decide what to play for this group. You have Till, who seems happy with just about anything you play, and then you have Niran, he likes more of the mellow stuff, and then there's Kull and Karish, who don't seem to be like it's really hard to tell what the fuck they want out of this, and they are both staring daggers at each other. And then there's Su Lin, who's just got eyes on everybody. Anybody moves, she notices.
Don't trust anybody, even yourself.
It's fucking cold.
So, Vola re-enters the room, or knocks, because as she tries to open the door, it's just as the blade of sharpness just cuts into the handles slightly.
Oh, it's still like in the scabbard. I took it off a belt.
No.
Across.
Yeah,
Oh,
shoot straight blade.
By the way, scabbard, really cool. Most of the blade is still exposed, but the very sharp portion of the blade
Is protected.
is just, it sits into a coating that just, it doesn't rub up against the edge. In fact, the guard is kept far from the edge, and the blade just rubs up. Each side of the blade rubs up against the guard, or the scabbard itself. So it doesn't the edge never actually touches the scabbard.
I love it. Yeah, no, I didn't take it out of the scabbard. I just put the whole caboodle through, because if I did, I would end up cutting the handles off these very expensive door.
Probably. So,
Not gonna do that. I'm not paying for that shit.
Birdie, let me in.
How many times did Dio steal from you?
3 times.
She opens the door.
There's so many half orcs around here.
You could be a doppelganger.
Not the first time.
All right, everybody gather around.
She puts the sword back in.
no.
Can we go ahead and which spell do I want to remove?
just make sure that you tell her that you
Getting rid of cure wounds.
Oh boy!
y'all
You are a brave,
What?
brave.
That's
scary. Yeah, let's see here. There we go. I got rid of Guiding Bolt because she never uses it. Even though
Sadly, it's
it's
the
a-
best.
Has a great spell.
I was about to say, get rid of spiritual
My
weapon.
warlock
Should use
even
it.
has that spell. And on occasion, I cast it
Oh,
because
Yeah, I played D&D Family Feud with Distortion Devil and a bunch of other guys I'm friends with from Twitch.
Mhm.
And one of the questions was, what are the most useful cantrips? And I was like, it wasn't my turn to be the person to say anything, but I immediately went Eldritch Blast in my head. and I was like, say the obvious one, and he goes Mage Hand, and I'm like, no!
It's like, you wrong, bitch.
Mage Hand wasn't even in the top 10, and I was so sad because it's dumb. And so the other team got it, and he's like Eldritch Blast, and I'm like, no, it was number 1, and I knew it was gonna be number 1.
anyway, she cast Sound of Truth.
okay, so it's a charisma saving throw,
Yes.
and they can choose to fail.
They can choose to fail.
Okay.
It's being cast on you, asshole.
Yeah, but he's still within the range.
You can move.
I want to be in it. Listen, I want them to think I'm trustworthy.
I would have made it anyway.
Yeah.
8 plus 7.
11 plus 10.
Natural 19
Yeah.
plus 1.
What'd you get?
11 plus 10.
Plus 10, Jesus. And you complained about my plus 11.
That's your stupid fucking performance. This is a save, motherfucker.
Yeah, you right.
That plus 2 to everything, though.
And it does inform you who is affected, correct?
Let's see here. You create a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius sphere centered on the point of your choice within range. Until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, a creature can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius. You know whether each creature succeeds or fails on its saving throw. An affected creature is aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering questions to which it would normally respond with a lie. Such a creature can be evasive in its answer as long as it remains within the boundaries of the truth.
Okay. Who all is inside the zone of truth?
Yep. I was about to say, Cyphos is. I assume Birdie is.
No, I'm standing outside it technically.
Oh, okay.
But I rolled a save just in case I ever have to walk into it.
Oh my god, guys.
Leafin, are you inside the zone of truth?
I mean,
Actually, I'm not sure if this affects him. This is technically a charm, right?
Yeah, he gets advantage on charms.
Oh.
No.
they get advantage. Yeah.
I thought you were.
I mean, I'm not.
You're immune to be being put to sleep, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Samesies.
Yeah. Kaine, are you inside the circle?
I am not.
So, counting you and Dio and Cyphos, there are a total of 7 people under the controls of Zone of Truth.
Oh, I
Okay.
passed.
Yeah.
You passed?
I passed.
Yeah, Dio passed too.
There are a total of 5 creatures.
So, all of them.
Yeah, all of them
Failed.
council members.
Alright. Alright. Are any of you working in favor of the enemy?
To be specific when saying what enemy.
So I make it specific that they know. Because I'm
Are
not.
any of you working with...
Are any of you
Blood
working with Julianus or the orcs?
And you see all of them look at each other, and you hear a resounding no.
Have any of you ever told anyone, with the exception of Petrick, or a person in this room, about the Chamber of Trova?
And you see, like, Niran looking over your words, no, from every single one.
I think that answers it. That was easy. Unless y'all have any other questions.
No.
I don't think that'd be an appropriate use of this.
Exactly. I mean,
Hi.
we got what we needed. Well, good news. Everyone here's, trustworthy. They are of one unity. So,
As far as I know.
and like you said, there's a lot of legends that come out saying about these items, I'm
It's
sure.
fine. I needed to be sure.
Exactly. Good
Puts the sword back up though.
good paranoia.
Oh, one more question. Are any of you working with the Empire?
You see everybody like look over in your direction, and you get another resounding no.
Just in case. Got fooled by a changeling before, so you know how it goes.
Is anyone here a changeling?
No?
Okay. Thought I'd ask.
Alright, so
Being like, I mean.
Vola will just go ahead and dispel, because... Alright, looks like everyone's innocent. That was easy.
There. Suspicions.
Unless one of them's a mastermind.
All of them are. They're
So
all
that-
masterminds.
We're all just
Actually,
back to
they can all cast blank mind.
blank mind.
Or they have a wizard cast blank mind on them.
Cole's the wizard. He's just casting.
If you want to just fucking go around that little rabbit hole, that'd be fun.
I mean, to be fair...
8th level spell makes you immune to truth spells. And, or actually, it doesn't make you immune to truth spells. It just makes truth spells think that you are telling the truth.
Ah,
Interesting.
Wow.
but...
Really cool spell that
That's
even
a
a
level
bard
8?
can get.
Yeah.
Level 8
But-
spell. So, the party, after asking the questions, it has gotten later into the day. It's actually getting probably around.
It's like midnight.
Yeah, it's getting around. It's getting pretty late. So, are y'all gonna go to bed?
Well, we can.
You can sleep.
Ah,
I mean, it's just not gonna count as a long rest.
Okay.
sorry, Bola.
Well, that's fine. She only wasted one spell, so...
I think we're all just gonna go to bed.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh.
Yeah.
How long does it take for Dio to learn a spell?
Can you relearn spells? Or
Uh,
prepare them?
I
Like,
don't know.
I don't think
No,
you can.
you can't. You have a set list.
This is, by far, the worst trade deal. What do you say?
I'm pretty sure it's just druids and clerics, really.
Oh, yeah, I have to learn the spell.
Yeah,
so she would
I
have to
was about to
teach. She could
Yeah.
teach me the spell.
Oh, boy.
Having somebody of a different class teach you a spell is going to take a lot of doing.
Yeah, it takes a lot longer.
This
Because
is
you know magic in far different ways.
by far
Yeah.
the worst trade deal.
So, you all head off to bed.
Yeah. Actually, I go to check to see if Wood's in his room.
As you go by, you start knocking on the door, and the door does creak open. And you see Lloyd sitting there, like rubbing his eyes. Oh, what is it?
Where the hell were you? You must have.
Where the hell was I? Where the hell was you?
Excuse me? We were out fighting.
Yeah, I ran to the wall, and by the time I got there, there was nobody there. Just a lot of people on top of the wall shooting shit.
Ah, you're a ranger. That should be fine for you.
Yeah, and I had quite a bit of fun, but that's not really the point here. Where were you?
Aye, we left. The fighting was done. We left.
The fighting wasn't done. I was still fighting.
Lilsey had to go make a deal with the dwarves.
Right.
We had things to do.
I really wanted to go.
Oh.
Shit.
Ah, I know you wanted to go to Orewell. It's been 20 years, but I'm sure she's still a spring chicken.
She's fucking lovely. But right now, I don't believe she's in Orwell.
Ah,
I think
what
she moved down to Stonewall.
that's just a
under.
hop, skip, and a step away.
Yeah. You think Petrick would allow somebody to just pop over for a night and come back and just, just a quick, like, hey, how you doing?
Oh, Lloyd, the city's under siege, and there's a perfectly good whorehouse inside the city limits.
Yeah, but they don't really, know how to treat a halfling like she does.
Fair enough, I guess, but probably not.
Fine.
Come on,
Fine,
just
it's-
once this is all over, we'll stop by Orewell, go down the stone wall, and we'll figure something out.
Fine. And give me a perception roll.
Oh shit!
He's a mastermind. Don't worry about it.
They're all masterminds.
I tell you, man, that's like we're all just in a giant bubble. Everyone's just a mastermind. They're just constructing us.
Let's see here. That's 21.
21.
As you start looking over Lloyd, you see he looks a little bedraggled. His eye, he got like fucking bags under his eyes, and looks fucking exhausted.
Lloyd,
Yeah.
can you not sleep?
Well, I haven't been sleeping too well, fucking war about.
No. I've been sleeping like a baby, and so has everyone else. And you've been on the road for over 20 years.
Yeah.
Shit like this shouldn't be keeping you up. What's wrong?
It's
You look like the old geezer downstairs looks better than you.
old geezer.
Our
you
halfling
mean-
kin.
Yeah.
Insert name here.
It's sir.
You mean
Mo.
you mean
Mo.
You mean Mo, of course.
yes, Mo.
No Mo.
I don't know. Maybe it was seeing him or seeing you again. It's just I'm getting tired of this, man.
Well, you've been doing it for 20 years, and face it, you're middle-aged.
20 years. Middle-aged. I've been doing this for 30 years, thank you very much.
But you're saying you're not middle-aged?
Fuck you.
I'm sorry that I'm a spring chicken in the prime.
All I'm saying is I'm getting real tired of just about all of this, man. I miss home.
I miss Fargo too. In fact, I was trying to get Vola to teach me how to cast sending, so I could send a message to my sister. I haven't heard from her or seen from her since I left home, which was well over 20 years ago. I guess now she's my big sister, which is kind of funny to think of.
That's a bit odd.
Aye.
But I understand where you're coming from. It's been a hell of a long time since I've seen my family too.
Well, maybe after this is over we can stop by Fargo.
That'd be nice.
Aye.
Well.
But you're paying for our way over there.
What?
I'm...
You all got the funds to help out a fellow halfling?
Well, there's one debt I can put off. Birdie thinks I owe her money, but it's fine. I can pay her off whenever. But I kind of owe an inn for damages that Clive has caused.
Really?
Oh, he did a number to their stable. I owe 150 gold.
Shite.
Aye, shite.
Well, tell me how that goes. And,
Also, I've kind of become a folk hero in the city.
no, I've heard.
Aye.
People calling you Giant Slayer.
Aye, I like it.
Said that, the weight of your word cracked the cobblestones underneath your feet.
Aye, and you believe this, right?
Not a damn word.
Aye, but
I've seen you fight.
it's a fucking good story, ain't
Oh,
it?
it's a damn good story.
It's a damn good story.
No.
Alright, well, sleep well then, Ken.
You too.
Do try to get some good sleep. And I mean it. After this, let's try to go to Fargo, alright?
Down the street.
Damn straight.
Hey,
Girls there are prettier anyway.
yeah. That they are. Plus, you only have to fucking climb up. And he shuts the door.
And then I just go to bed.
As the night goes on, everybody starts settling into their very comfortable beds and start dozing off. Each one of you having different sorts of dreams. Except for Sifos.
I was about to say, what am I like?
Sifos, you're just thinking on the past month.
And also
Month and a half, really. Ever since you came out of the tunnel, the trip going to the temple,
Why did I ever say yes? Why did I ever come here?
joining the Rifters, family back before everything happened. Everyone else dreaming of some dreaming of better times, some dreaming of some of the horrid shit you've seen. But all of you slowly realizing as you start coming awake, as you start focusing on the world that is screams in the distance. And that's where we're going to end for the night.
Shit.
Fuck.
Aw shit, here we go again.
Hey y'all, Jonathan here. Thanks for listening to the Ring of Contrarians podcast. New episodes come out on the 8th, 16th, and 24th of every month. You can listen to us anywhere fine podcasts are found, and on YouTube. Check us out on Twitter and Facebook @OfContrarians. See y'all next time.